You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
Black and White sports fans, we're going to be talking about Michele Tafoya here in this video. As you guys know, she is no longer the sideline reporter for NBC Sports. When it comes to the NFL, she's actually doing her own thing now. She actually has her own podcast. I haven't checked it out yet. I'm going to have to actually check it out. And we all know about her appearance on The View. And I find it very interesting, guys, that Michele Tafoya, who is on the right, somewhat on the right, she would actually go on to a left-wing platform like The View. And I find it interesting, guys. You don't really see too many people on the left going over to right-wing media and giving interviews. Why? Because they don't really have a good point when you ask them a question. They don't. But Michele Tafoya was actually asked to come on Dan LeBatard's podcast. I believe it's called Dan LeBatard and Friends. You know, he was actually formerly on ESPN, and he wanted to meet with her, talk about her new podcast, her future, that kind of thing, and her great career. Well, it turned into a political attack. As soon as she got on there, they started with politics. Go over here to Outkick, guys. Michele Tafoya says Dan LeBatard ambushed her for having different political beliefs. Now, Dan LeBatard here, and I find this hilarious here, he considers himself to be a moderate in the middle. I don't buy that for 1 second. Not for 1 second. Now, Michele Tafoya refers to herself as a pro-choice libertarian right there. So when I hear pro-choice, that's definitely something more on the left, but a lot of her other political beliefs are on the right. Now, based off what she said on The View, I believe, that Dan LeBatard wanted her on this podcast to just go after her. But let's read some of this here. It says, sideline reporter turned conservative political advisor Michele Tafoya says Dan LeBatard ambushed her during a recent appearance on his podcast. Of course, because if you have a different political belief, you're not entitled to those beliefs unless you're on the left. Now, I've said it before, guys, that these leftists, they want to be about BLM, Black Lives, and all that. No, they're about being pro-Democrat. It's just clear as that. But anyway, she says this, quote, I was invited onto a podcast recently, and I was invited with this, quote, we want to talk about your great career and your new podcast. Is it okay if we talk to you for about 30 or 40 minutes? Tafoya told Fox News host Greg Gutfeld. It was someone I knew from my past, talking about Dan LeBatard, Tafoya explains. So I said, okay, yeah. The second I got on, bam, was ambushed with your anti-CRT, you're racist, you cannot read the Florida law without being a homophobe. I mean, I was absolutely ambushed. But Dan LeBatard says that he's kind of like a moderate. Really? This sounds like leftist talking points to me here. But let's watch a little bit of this clip right here. And this is at the beginning when she comes on. And you guys can judge for yourself here.
You still haven't answered the question.
You haven't come close to answering the question.
She's about to come on now.
How is it that I think I'm in the middle and you think you're in the middle and I'm looked at as far left and you're looked at as far right when all I look at is, man, our leadership everywhere stinks. The Republicans seem ruthless to me and the Democrats seem weak and none of them represent me.
Well, then I wouldn't say that you're on the far left. So, and I don't know who sees me on the far right.
Michele Tafoya is definitely not far right. I'm probably more right than her. I'm definitely more right-leaning than her.
I mean, I'm a pro-choice libertarian. I don't know how that makes me far right. All I am is a fiscal conservative who really wants America to come together and for people to be able to realize their potentials and not be told that they're oppressed or that they are an oppressor. That's kind of boils it down for me. I'd like to see some law and order so people don't get hurt.
Okay, but let's just stop there for a second, right? Because I think one of the things that gets lost here, and to me, what I struggle with specifically, where we earn our living, you on the sidelines of a very big event where we are capitalizing on black bodies and my history.
You see, capitalizing on black bodies. That is a leftist talking point. Dan LeBatard here, man. This is that white guilt. This is that fake white guilt right there. And I really despise that kind of thinking.
In this sport, and my talking about race relations for a long time is part of what ends up making me unpopular or different. Like some of the ways that you talk about race make it feel to me like the cry for equality feels too much like a threat for my liking.
The cry for equality?
Yes.
What have I said that makes you feel that way?
No, I'm not right now. I'm saying things that I have read and what I believe about, perhaps things I assume about your viewpoint, but I can't check all the boxes with you because, again, I don't know how you feel. You have said you're pro-life. That does not. I'm pro-choice.
No.
Pro-choice.
I
Excuse
said pro-choice.
me. Yes,
Let's be careful here.
Yeah, pro-choice. That does not fit with the checking of the boxes.
If I may, you led with your a pro-choice libertarian.
Okay, so he doesn't even really know where she stands on some things, but they're making assumptions.
And you're a fiscal conservative, and then you said, I don't want to believe that one group is oppressed and another party is oppressors, and that is eschewing just, hey, I'm a fiscal conservative. Sociologically speaking, I am a conservative, and I believe in law and order. These are all platform issues and slogans of a party that is not just fiscally conservative.
Law and order is a platform of a party that is not just fiscally conservative. What does that mean?
Well, I imagine what you're getting to in law and order was like the hot button issue of the peaceful protest.
Peaceful protests? Really? BLM 2020? Peaceful? Fiery, but mostly peaceful? I mean, this guy's really going there?
And something that Jack Del Rio kind of stepped in. So it's typically people that are conservative.
This is problematic. You're talking about a hot button issue that I am not even discussing. You're making an assumption about something I said. Law and order.
Michelle, I'm not. No, look,
you are. You just said.
No, I'm independent. But when you say that you don't want to believe,
what you are, but you just assigned a value to something I said that was so benign, and you've assigned the wrong value to it.
Okay, all right. I'll let you explain the law and order. Why don't?
Yeah, rather than just assume that I'm talking about something like Jack Del Rio. I don't even know what you're talking about.
Okay, eliminate the Jack Del Rio part if you want.
Okay, you guys can go and check out the rest of the podcast. These supposed to be independents and moderates, but they sound like leftists right here. Now, they talked about the parental rights and education bill here. It says, during the discussion, LeBatard made Tafoya defend the Florida parental rights and education law. Quote, I've read what you refer to as the Don't Say Gay bill, and nowhere in the bill does it say don't say gay. I think we're mislabeling that bill, Tafoya said. Not everything has to be taught in school, and a lot of this stuff can be taught at home. I agree with that. And if parents decide and vote in people that want to represent their notion that, I like to do this my way at home because we have our own social values. She is right on the money. And even Outkick here kind of pokes fun at LeBatard, talking about he's a moderate. Says LeBatard calls himself a moderate. He did again during this interview and brands his show as an open platform for independent thinking. While that's a solid marketing strategy, it's also a lie. Yeah, that was completely a lie right there. They just, as soon as she gets on, they start diving into these politics. And I would actually challenge Dan LeBatard to actually go on with like a Tucker Carlson or somebody like that. I would like to see Dan LeBatard interview with a Larry Elder, somebody like that, but he'll never do it. Leftists will never, ever get into a conversation with these people. Very, very rare. Now, Ben Shapiro has had some left-wingers on his Sunday conversation before, but it is rare, man, because these leftists are out of their mind. Dan LeBatard is definitely a leftist. And they just went after Michele Tafoya here. That's absolutely pathetic. that's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and white sports fans, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure you subscribe to Black and White Sports, and we'll catch you next time.
Black and White Network supporters, make sure you check out the Black and White Network merchandise store. Link in the description. Use promo code USA First, all one word. USA First, all one word. 25% off now.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.